Oh, hi, howdy. Welcome to the Forges of Strife. This is gonna be my day one insight into GenCon. Actually, my second recording of it because my first one I went to go clear some space on my Google Drive so I could get email because otherwise I said I wasn't gonna get an email. But somehow that deleted my recording on my phone. I don't know. Weird. And yes, my phone doesn't have the same hookup stand I had on it before because now I'm using that for my webcam. Still getting things set up. Anyways, so today was my first day at Gen Con this year. I've been many years. Um, and pretty normal year, normal thing. I will say though, never ever get your badges delivered to you. Fun thing, you're supposed to have to sign for them. I didn't. I know a lot of other people didn't. A guy who was saying next to me in customer service line, um, his showed that it was delivered, but he says he didn't sign for them. He never got them. He came from Washington D.C. and so he had to pay $150 to have his repurchase his badge. I admit I got my badges. I didn't know where my preferred badge holder was at the time, so I put them somewhere safe. And I still don't know where they are. So I got the fun thing of having to purchase them again. So I'm sticking with will call from now on. Yeah, standing in the will call line stinks and all that. I will definitely agree with that. But I think it's better than dropping $150, $200 plus to replace badges. At least in my opinion. I live in Indiana. It's only like half an hour drive for me to go downtown, Indy, and I can go into whenever will call opens, and I really won't miss anything. So this sounds like ordering your badges through the mail was terrible this year. I've seen a lot of other people mention in the Gen Con groups that they didn't have to sign for their badges either, even though you're supposed to have to. So, but I mean, mine's on me, so I'm not blaming anyone else for that. So, anyways, my plan for this year was today, Thursday, was me day. I go walk around the merchant hall. I had a few things in mind I wanted to try to find, and maybe a few other random things, so I could take the time to look at things that interest me. Tomorrow, really, the only thing I'm going back for is watch a Damsels of Dorkington performance. Honestly, if I didn't have a VIP ticket for that, I wouldn't go. It's not the same going to these things without having Tyler with me anymore, or without having a big 40K event or something. Like if I was able to go to the doubles event this year, and I already had a partner lined up, but by the time me and him both got our badges, the doubles event was sold out, so we couldn't do that. Saturday, I'm going to take Tyler. Me and him are going to be dressed up as Rick and Morty. He's actually going to be Evil Morty, and I was going to be Dr. Rick Bright. Was actually Rick wearing SCP 963, which is Dr. Bright's medallion. So the idea was that this particular Rick, his mind had Rick in it and Dr. Bright vying for control. My own twist on Rick, since there are tons and tons of Ricks, why not? But due to reasons, I never got the SCP medallion in, so I'm just going to be a regular Rick. Might do that sometime in the future. And then Sunday, me and Tyler are going to go and we're going to take my girlfriend and her kids since it's supposed to be more family day. So I should get to experience it with my girlfriend. And not doing dress up or anything on Sunday. Just going. It's a cheaper day anyways. So, and her kids are young enough they're getting it free. So, hey, why not? Anyways, so my main things I was looking for today was I wanted to find a hat to finish off my MTF SCP agent. Which if you're looking at me in the screen, you can see, hey, he's wearing a hat. And also I wanted to try to find some holsters for some sidearms I'm working on for my Mandalorian. So I've got two of these, and I wanted to find pretty basic holsters that these could work in. I did not find holsters, so still got to look for that. However, I did find a hat, and not the first vendor I went to, and I'm not saying their hats weren't worth it, but they wanted nearly $200 for a hat, and that's just not the kind of money I was willing to drop on a hat. I did end up finding this one. It was like $95 at a different vendor. The only thing I don't really like about it is this part. That's permanent. Doesn't seem like it can come off. But hey. And I also found a vendor because these goggles I had custom made from Polestar, which I didn't see them this year. So I don't think they're there this year, but maybe I just missed them. But if you want like custom goggles or steampunk goggles, or if you have any like little furry type stuff you like, they're the ones to go to. But they did not have these magnifying lenses. I actually ran into a vendor there this year that sells them separately, and he'll install them. So I have custom goggles made by Polestar with then custom lenses installed, so completely custom. So I have my own hat. I wanted more of a gunslinger look, even though I know steampunk, you generally think more of a top hat. I have top hats, but I want like a Roland Deschain look for my SCP agent. When I feel more up to getting all dressed up again, I'll probably try to post some pictures of it all dressed up. But that's another thing I learned about today is I never really thought about why you see people dressed up in cosplay, that you'll see one person who, if you see one person who's in a big costume, they usually have a person or two with them that isn't as dressed up, because it gets so tiring wearing that kind of costume. I'm granted, I'm not saying my MTF agent is an in-depth. I've put a lot of work into it, but I've been working on it for 2 years, and at this point, I've invested quite a bit of money into it. So, but I mean, I saw someone last year that had one of the black mages from Final Fantasy X, the VV Ascended black mages, and that was just amazing. I probably saw pictures of it in my GenCon 23 photo album. But it definitely wears you out. I mean, with my MTF agent alone, I mean, I've got my regular clothes. Well, I mean, I have base layer, which is usually just a plain black shirt, and then steampunk pants. And then over that, I'll have body armor, and then a belt that has my frog, which to hold my sidearm. And then also I now have a hip pouch because I wanted a steampunk themed hip pouch anyways, but the steampunk pants I got, the pockets just were awful. And so I really needed the hip pouch to be able to hold like my wallet, my phone, stuff like that. And then I have all that, and then I have my long coat. So I mean, I'm wearing 3 layers, and I'm also walking around in boots because they fit the look. Now I probably would have had to do the boots today anyways because I'm still dealing with an ankle injury, but it gets really worn out. And it also didn't help that I know I had an injury. I had my med bag and ibuprofen and everything set aside ready to take, and guess what I forgot? So I didn't have my ibuprofen or anything. I guess if it was really bad enough, I probably could have found some somewhere, but doesn't matter. So my MTF agent, besides my main firearm, which I am non-nerfing and then repainting with steampunk, is a Aliens Nerf pulse rifle. I'm gonna put a strap on it, and but I'm taking away some of the indents where like you normally would do with. You just don't want it to look like you're obviously taking a Nerf item. It has all the safety information on it. Says Nerf, says Aliens on it. Door actually looks like a legitimate weapon. So, but I've been working more on my Mandalorian stuff lately, which is why I wasn't working on that. I was thinking about doing a Darth pool, which is a mixed amalgamation of Darth Vader and Deadpool. I've seen images of. I don't know if it's a different cosplayer who did it, some artist, or I don't know what it was. But I always thought about it. One of my main issues, obviously, is my glasses. A Deadpool mask would not go well with my glasses. But now that I've seen how much just walking around in my SCP MTF agent armor was, well, not armor, but clothes, and I can only now imagine how much walking around in my Mandalorian armor is going to be really tiring. I don't know if I'm going to really do much beyond those 2 main cosplays, unless I do little stuff like the Rick and Morty stuff. I mean, if I find someone else or me and Tyler keep doing little cosplays. But I think for my big stuff, I'm going to stick with the SCP agents, which is basically done now except for my main weapon, except if I do little tweaks here and there. And then, of course, my Mandalorian, which has a long ways to go. But I'm really hoping to have at least a step for approval by Indiana Comic Con next year. So, anyways, gonna go over my haul today because I'll have another video on Saturday with Tyler, so he can go over what he got. I got him a little green dragon. I'll let him show that off on Saturday because it's not here. Like I said, I'm having to re-record this and already put some stuff away. But of course, obviously, I got my hat. It was $95. The magnifying lenses were $25 installed. So I think I paid. I mean, I got the goggles between Gen Cons. I actually emailed them and spoke with them and told them exactly what I wanted because it's based off Tiger Rock. The eyes, if you see the lenses, are different colors, based off Tiger Rock from Five Nights at Freddy's. So another thing I found was there is someone was starting a comic book. Supposed to be out in a couple months, and it's about different pantheons coming, meeting on Earth. It's called Smashcraft. I got the print signed by the artist. Of course, I didn't have my binder with me at the time, so it had to be rolled up. But I mean, it's not like a $20 or $30 print. So that's one reason I'm iffy about buying lots of prints when I'm at something like Gen Con. It's just getting it safely home without it being ruined. Plus, my funds are a bit limited now due to issue I had with my work for the last 2 months. I'm just now getting back to regular paychecks. But I got that print from him, and I also, of course, since I have Norse ancestry, I had to get the Thor. Reminds me a lot of a Funko Pop, but not quite. And it's signed, so right now it's going to stay in the box until, I don't know. But I really like it. So I got that. I did not find the holsters for my guns, which made me sad. And even though I haven't been playing 40k as much as I want to, I always also like to get some GenCon dice. And yeah, these aren't crystal cachet ones, but they still say GenCon 24 on it. And they're purple, which is my favorite color. And they're D6s, all D6s, so when I do get out and play 40k, they're entirely useful to me. And they show GenCon 24, which is awesome. I like that. There is a game coming out soon. It's actually on late plays right now. Depending on how much I spend in the next couple days, I may go ahead and do it. I want to do it because this is a game that me and Tyler looks like we would enjoy. It's called Good Boy, Bad Zombie. Now, it is a nice twist on the zombie game. And regular zombie stuff gets boring. You get the rambling zombies, the Romeros. It takes something, a twist in it, to make it interesting anymore. Like, me and my girlfriend watched All of Us Are Dead. They have the hybrids, which was awesome. Or how the zombie virus got started, which is more interesting. We're watching Santa Clarita Diet, which, again, you have the ball leg things. You know, we haven't watched the whole series, so they may have explained that by now. But it takes a twist to make it more interesting because, I mean, I never got into Zombie Nation, I think it was called, that sci-fi series put out. Fear the Walking Dead was just lame. I mean, you have to have something beyond just the zombies to make it stand out. But this says the dogs are going around making paths where the humans can find safety, and you win. It's a cooperative game. You win by having have the dogs save enough people to start a new colony. And if enough zombies kill humans, apparently you enter a feral state, you become wolves again, you stop trying to save the humans. So that's how you lose. But the dogs don't actually die, so I mean, that's actually a really nice idea. And it's cooperative. I prefer cooperative games with my son and stuff, so not as competitive. So that's the game I'm really interested in. But it's not officially out yet. And I really didn't get a whole lot today. I was actually surprised. It wasn't as much I wanted right now. I will say, though, the thing that did bother me is that I get streamers and other bigger names on YouTube. I mean, yeah, I'm being on YouTube and all that, but I'm not recording why I'm there. and it's people that have teams, like you're the primary person, your face person, and then their little support team. And I get that you're trying to make a job out of this, you make a career. But when the aisle space is limited enough, or getting to see in a particular exhibit is tight enough as it is, and then you have the streaming team taking up all the space, just staying there, and you don't want to be rude, but at the same time, you're paying good money to be there. I mean, they're trying to make money by being there, so they're no better than an exhibitor. Whereas you're paying money to be there, you should have a right as a customer to get around and see the exhibits or to get by the aisles. And they were just frustrating. So I would ask, if you're a streamer and you've got like teams like that, just try to be considerate of people who are there to enjoy the convention. Because I get that you're trying to have your own show and all that, but at the same time, this is supposed to be a space for everyone to enjoy. And the merchant hall spaces are so tight as it is that it's not really fair to have a whole team just taking up a big area. So, anyways, I fully expect to post another video on Saturday evening going over me and Tyler's experience on Saturday. Hopefully he enjoys it. And he can show off whatever he gets. I know he wanted a Buster Sword, but I didn't see any there. Except an actual real one. That's not happening. And so I already got him a dragon. Because I got him a blue dragon and a red dragon last couple of years. I got him once from My Little Demon before, but I really didn't like the con exclusive one this year. Plus, there's another blue one. Then I saw this green one. I'll let him show it off. Oh, yeah, something else I did get is my video here. It's a shirt. I like my fun shirts. That says Mountain Mew. I don't post a lot of stuff about Pokemon, but Mew and Mewtwo are some of the few Pokemon I actually really like. So hey, and Mountain Dew is my favorite drink. So hey, win-win. So yeah, I will post another video on Saturday, and so I hope you're all enjoying the con. Have a good day, have a good weekend, and long days and pleasant nights.